Imagine this. It's the dead of night in a small Canadian town. A hospital's emergency doors swing open, and in walks a group of strange figures. Tall, pale, eerily silent. They leave behind a patient with bizarre, unexplainable injuries, and vanish without a trace. No ID. No paperwork. No one sees them again. Sounds like the start of a sci-fi movie, right? But according to some accounts, this actually happened in 1970s Canada. And to this day, the details are as mysterious as they are chilling. In today's video, we're diving deep into the alien encounter that shook a Canadian hospital. We'll break down what supposedly happened, explore similar cases, and ask, could there be any truth to this strange tale? Stay tuned, and let me know in the comments. Do you believe in extraterrestrial visitors? Or is this just urban legend gone wild? Before we get into the event itself, let's paint the picture. The 1970s were a hotbed for UFO sightings, not just in the US with Roswell whispers and Area 51 lore, but also in Canada. Canada's vast, open landscapes, forests, lakes, and empty skies made it prime territory for UFO reports. In fact, Canada had its own government-funded UFO investigation program, Project Magnet, led by engineer Wilbert Smith in the 1950s. Though it officially ended before the 70s, its files stoked public fascination. There was also growing paranoia about Cold War surveillance, secret technology, and unknown aircraft in North American airspace. Audience moment. What would you do if you were a 1970s ER doctor, and something like this came through your doors? Let me know in the comments. Here's the account, pieced together from various reports. Time, early to mid-1970s. Exact date unknown. Some say 1974, others 1976. Place, a hospital in rural Manitoba or Ontario. The location is deliberately kept vague in most tellings, supposedly to protect the identities of staff. Event, late at night, the ER receives a patient, brought in by 2 or 3 very unusual individuals. These figures are described as having grayish or olive skin, elongated heads, large dark eyes, and no obvious body hair. Their mannerisms, completely silent or communicating in a language no one recognized. The patient, a man or what appeared to be a man with injuries that didn't match any known accident. Some versions say burns that glowed faintly, or internal injuries as if from high-energy radiation. The strange visitors vanish, leaving no trace, no ID, no registration for the patient. Commentary. Now let's pause here. Even if you don't buy into the alien angle, something was seriously off. Why would hospital records supposedly disappear? Why the secrecy? And could this be a case of classified military tech gone wrong instead? This wasn't the first or last Canadian UFO incident that made headlines. Falcon Lake, 1967, a well-documented case where a prospector, Stefan Michalak, reported seeing 2 metallic saucers. He approached one and was burned by a grid-like exhaust vent. His injuries were documented and investigated. Shag Harbor Incident, 1967, a UFO reportedly crashed into the water off Nova Scotia. The Canadian military conducted searches, officially calling it an unidentified object in their records. Connection. Could the hospital incident be part of this wave of strange happenings? Speculation moment. What if these weren't extraterrestrials at all, but humans, victims or operators of secret tech, maybe experimental aircraft gone wrong? Could the aliens have been people in advanced flight suits or suffering from radiation burns themselves, making them look otherworldly? The most intriguing or frustrating part of the story is the alleged cover-up. Hospital staff reportedly were told never to speak of the incident again. Medical charts, x-rays, and notes related to the patient vanished. Some accounts claim government agents visited shortly after to clean up the situation. Audience hook. Does this sound like damage control from a secret military project? Or are we hearing the classic markers of an urban legend? Details just vague enough to stay unverifiable. Let's put on our skeptic hats for a second. Could the strange visitors have been people from a nearby community who didn't speak English or French? Could the injuries have been the result of an industrial accident involving hazardous materials? Could the story have evolved over time, Embellished through retellings in UFO books, radio shows, and internet forums? Lesser-known fact. A similar hospital-based alien tale popped up in the US in the 1980s, but with no proof to back it up either. Sometimes these legends seem to echo each other across borders. Let's entertain some possibilities. If this was a genuine alien encounter, why drop the patient at a human hospital at all? Were they trying to save him? Was he a hybrid or a human abductee? If it was a secret military op, what kind of tech or weapons could cause those injuries, and why involve civilians at all? If it was a hoax, why does it persist in UFO lore nearly 50 years later? What's your theory? Alien, military, or myth? Drop your thoughts below. So, there you have it, the strange tale of a 1970s hospital encounter that still sparks debate today. Whether you see it as a true close encounter, a Cold War cover-up, or just a chilling campfire story, one thing's for sure. These legends continue to captivate us, because they speak to a deeper question. What else is out there? And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more mysteries, and share your theories in the comments. Do you know someone who'd love this story? Send it their way. And if you want me to cover another Canadian UFO case, let me know. Maybe Falcon Lake or Shag Harbor next.